When you think of the term social activism, who comes to mind? Many people might think about Martin Luther King Jr. and what he did to change struggle times. Yet, most of us don't see ourselves in that position and what we could do to follow in his footsteps and do the same for our communities. Information is being shared, distorted, and absorbed. They look at what they're handed and just accept it. No arguments. And this is the problem. There's no definite facts for the information we're given. This leads to a split in our community, causing great distortion. We all think about how bad it's gotten, yet we feel like we can never change it. Here's a little statement that you've probably been told in your life. The simple saying of, if you swallow gum, you'll clog up your stomach. Did you know that that's not the case? What is the case is that gum cannot be digested, but it does leave your system. Just because you know half of the detail, you'll come up with half of a conclusion. I may not be all-knowing, but I know enough to look deeper. Just because you're told something doesn't mean you can't break it down for yourself. And that goes for all facets in life. It's not what you say, it's what you do. Everyone says they want to help their community, but no one goes out of their way to take action. Something so simple as to listen to the other side, to formally agree or disagree, instead of just bickering back and forth. Instead of choosing sides, we can try and come with a more clear and bigger picture altogether. So when we talk about issues in America, they usually all lead to the same place. And it's the fact that within our country, there is oppression. And it's been like that for as long as we can remember. Martin Luther King Jr. recognized the issues and took action on what the problem was. And he didn't act alone. So if one of the most influential civil rights activists of all time couldn't do the things he did alone, what makes you think you can? The change just doesn't come from one mind, but many. That's what we need to do as a community, unite. In order to do that, we need to be able to communicate using the technology in our age. Back then, they didn't have internet, computers. All of this is available to us every day, yet we don't use it to our advantage. Communication is key, and that's what will lead to a more successful community.